Pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. Babies, they're saying all this about mind your business, you are my business. You are my business and my baby. And because some of us don't know what love really looks like, you call it bashing, you call it getting in your business, you call it somebody ridiculing you. You call it all you want to call it. I know what it is. It's called love. And I'm going to keep on loving us. Anything like George Wallace said, anything you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about me loving you. And I'm going to keep on doing it. So if I do see you in the Walmart, and I do see you out in the street, and you are not giving your best yourself up, and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all asses too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. We do see a sister that might look like she's going through something. Let's make it our business to say, hey sis, you need to have a conversation. Hey sis, when you get a cup of coffee, we've gotten so used to not getting in other people's business. They're looking what's happening. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say mind people's business, you know what I'm talking about.
This edition of Virus, we're talking about Monique. Yeah, actress Monique tries to tell the black women that you don't need to wear your bonnets in public, but some women are getting offended by her. Monique trying to clean up what she's trying to portray, trying to say, to project the message that she cares deeply enough for black women's appearance. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag viral here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is king. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on Virus. We talk about actress comedian Monique. No strange to controversy. She now has the latest new comment that she wants black women to not wear hair bonnets in public. Yeah, Monique saying that it doesn't look good on them in public. It makes people make them perceive them as something else that they don't want their image to be and their reputation. Well, let's hear from Monique in her own words on what she had to say with this.
I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment. And I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love. Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie. And I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie got to talk to her babies and say some real shit. So yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get them in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and these slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? When did we step away of let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? Let me make sure I'm representing the family I created so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough shit out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all asses too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. Always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies. So I'm just giving y'all a warning. If I see you in the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on, and you got slippers on, and you looking like what the fuck, Nikki gonna tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show you what you worth. Show you what you deserve. So all of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen, well, can we start putting it into action? So I'm asking our wiser sisters, when we see our little babies out there looking like they just don't care, and I'm not saying y'all don't, it looks like it. Can we just tap them and say, baby girl, you deserve more than what you're showing. Represent you with pride, my babies. And that may be a part of us helping our community. Because if you look like you don't give a damn, how you going to be treated? So, when I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters that it belongs to. Because a lot of us are still in queen training. So if you're in queen training, stop being fearful of taking your position. And queens don't walk around with bonnets and headscarves and slippers and pajamas. That's for the house. When you go outside, represent you, baby, like you are worthy and you deserve the title of Hey Queen. Nikki love y'all for real. And I ain't never gonna BS you. Stop wearing them damn bonnets and headscarves looking like don't nobody give a damn about you, nor do you give a damn about yourself. Because you beautiful. So represent it. I love y'all for real, my babies.
Sorry there, Monique trying to say in her own words that black women don't need to be wearing their hair bonnets in public. Well, like we said, we can't judge a person's image, reputation, and other things in life. If they want to walk out there with hair bonnets, long they trying to do what they need to do to make some quick errands, that's their business. That's their business. We can't judge, but Monique felt the need to try to judge in a way that you don't need to wear your hair bonnets in public. We don't know what they're going through. Maybe it's a quick run to the gas station or something in that form. And then too, it's an image thing too. Maybe they don't want to be seen with, make them, it's their prerogative. That's what I'll say. But Monique trying to shed light on the era that you need to not wear your hair bonnets in public. You need to wear a wig or need to comb your hair or do something. Well, that'd be the same way if a man wears a bandana or a wrap. We can't judge people on what they want to do in their own hair. Everyone knows that their hair is their glory and their pride. But in Monique's case, Monique's trying to say, hey, you need to wear no hair buns. You look kind of foolish in public. We just don't know. But to each his own. That's what we look at. Well, let's look what you people had to say about Monique trying to cast judgment on black women on wearing hair bonnets. Let's take a look.
I think this is an issue that everybody has an opinion on, and I feel like as a hairstylist, God said go to me. So I want to say this. I encourage all my clients to wear a bonnet when you're going to bed to protect your hair while you're sleeping so your style can last longer. But when we get to talking about bonnets in airports and different things like that, airports, Walmart, the streets, wherever you're going, we're talking about pajamas, house slippers, and bonnets. That is some ghetto ass, ratchet ass shit. And if you don't have sense enough to know that, then something is wrong with you. That's where the confusion is coming in. Because I feel like black women, let me just say this. I feel like I get a little tiny bit offended when I see somebody walking around with a bonnet on outside of their house. Now, mind you, we do live in America. This is a free ass country. You can do, well, if you black, you have some limitations on that. But y'all know what I'm saying. This is a free country. You can go outside with a bonnet on your head. You can go outside with boo-boo on your feet. You can go outside with boo-boo on your face. That don't mean you need to do it. Just because you can do it does not mean that you should do it. I feel like the black community is judged as one. We don't have the convenience that other races have to have individuality. And when somebody look at one of us, they look at all of us. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that just because you don't wear a bonnet, that's going to change the way that, you know, other races or America looks at us. But God damn, you got to have some kind of sense of pride about yourself. Why are you walking outside with a bonnet on your head? You're supposed to go to sleep in it. Do you have a pants by a mirror? Have you a pants by a mirror? You look crazy. And the point is, nobody wants to see that. Now, like I said, this is America. You can do what you want to do. And I can say what the hell I want to say. We all have opinions, just like everybody got assholes. So you can, I can speak my opinion, and you can wear your bonnet. And I feel like bullshit people or people, I don't even want to say bullshit people. I just want to say people with seats or black people with seats. I'm going to go outside with a bonnet on. For people to look, I mean, that is just like going outside with lingerie on or something. Why would you want people to see you like that? If it's not within your household, it's not appropriate, and it reeks of bullshit versus ratchet. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like ratchet people are the ones walking around with fucking bonnets on their head in an airport and house hoops on their feet. I mean, you gotta be completely insane to walk in an airport looking like that. How? A leisure wear outfit, a lounge outfit costs $25, $30. You ain't gonna leisure outfit to wear in the airport to be comfortable. So y'all want to take some leisure something. And a scarf, even if you want to do an African, you know, like a scarf up here with a knot on it, that's better than walking around with a bonnet on. And I just feel like some people don't have no problem about themselves. It's no excuse. Don't tell me that you protecting your hair. I feel like that's an excuse. You protect, what the hell you protecting from? What you protecting from in the airport? Please tell me. Nothing. It's laziness. If we're being honest, it's complete and utter laziness. I ain't shit that happen to your hair in no airport or on the airplane that you need to have a bonnet on your head. And you let the whole world see that. It's just gross. That's just like letting the whole world see you sleeping with slime coming out of your mouth or something. Like, that is your most private, intimate parts of your life. Nobody should see that but inside your house. You look crazy as hell and you feel like, let me say this, it embarrasses other black women to see you walking around like this. It seems like it's no sense in your head to walk around like that. But like I said, this is America. But if it was me, if I was in this shit, I'd be like, Kim Jong-un over there. You're going to the airport with a bonnet on, you're going to jail. You get a tea. You get something, you might be walking around here look like, get some pride about yourself. Look pretty.
And so quite naturally, with Bonnet Chronicles being one of my brands, y'all tag me. And to that I say this. Monique, you know, when you talking, I'm be quiet. And when you gone, I'm be talking again. Listen, so here's the thing. Let me give y'all a little backstory. Monique and I, back in the day, were I would say we were very, very close. We knew each other's families. She knew my mom. My mom decorated her house. She so graciously put me on her show, The Parkers. You know, we had a very nice, amicable relationship. Today, I don't feel that has changed just because we've gone our separate ways, you know, in terms of she doing her thing, I'm doing mine. But I just actually saw her because I went to support her in Vegas. She had a residency in Vegas at the SLS Hotel. And I went down there to support her and see her do her stand-up. To me, the relationship is just like it was when we used to hang, except now we don't hang. I gave y'all the backstory because I don't want anybody to take this and make it seem like I'm coming at Monique, because that's not the case. I do, however, feel that we are allowed to have a difference of opinion in approach. Now, for me personally, I understood everything that she said and actually agree based on my upbringing. Like, my mama didn't play those type of games. Like, you wasn't going, before there was Bonnets, there was, you know, the sponge rollers. And back in the day in White Plains, Mount Vernon, you would see people walking around with the sponge rollers in their head. And my mother would be like, that's unacceptable. And so there is to this conversation where we can't spend our time trying to convince other people of our way of thinking, because some people are just not going to get it. Equally so, you can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves. Equally so, I feel like let people do what they want to do, you know, and I feel like her video came from a place of secondhand embarrassment. She's in the airport. She sees somebody walking through with the furry slippers, the pajama pants, and a bonnet with their blanket, they snuggie, because they're trying to be comfortable on the plane because the seats is tight and they trying to get any comfortability that they can. And people are looking at this person. This is how I envision it in my mind. I'm not saying this is how it happened. People are looking at this person. The people that may be looking at this person with some type of disgust, annoyance, disdain, might not have been black. Which caused her then to say, or to think, now she know what they already think about us. Why she got to come out the house looking like that? Secondhand embarrassment. Here again, she ain't told me that's what happened. This is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think through the situation, and I could be totally wrong, and I'm sure Monique will let me know. But that secondhand embarrassment is what caused her to make the video. And coming from a place of like, have pride in yourself, pride and dignity in yourself with your presentation. Why are you concerned with another person's presentation? Because you were embarrassed at how they were out looking outside, which has nothing to do with you. So from that standpoint, you got to mind your business. Like, if somebody wants to be out there like that, now do we want it to go like that? No. People in my age bracket, I know for sure, don't want it to be like that. Would we like for people to carry themselves or their presentation differently in public? Of course, because here again, as I said, that's how I was raised. But if they don't want to do that, As long as they are not out here killing, robbing, stealing, shooting up places and all this other stuff, I personally feel like let people rock. And I can't be grouped into a generalization about black people just because this person is out here in a bonnet. Because if they come and talk to me, have a conversation with me, or they look at me, they see that we are not the same. We are not one and the same. Mom, I got business. You are my God business. You are my business. And if more of us got involved with us, maybe our community would stand stronger. I'm going to give y'all a story because you know I got one. Y'all know Monique got a story? There was a woman that got in my business over 25 years ago. And I'm glad she got in my business because it impacted my life and my career. And had that woman not got in my business, and had that woman not tapped me on my shoulders, I don't know how I would have responded that night to what I was dealing with and how I would have responded moving forward. And that woman's name is Patty LaBelle. And let me tell you all about it. And I'm going to write a book because I got a lot of stories, right? So I'm going to tell y'all some of what happened that night. I was over there in my feelings over and I was getting ready to do a show with that woman. And she tapped me on my shoulder and said, what's wrong with you? Now at the time, she doesn't know me. I'm just on the show with her. I'm opening up the show. Please let me be clear. I was the comedian on the show. But Patty LaBelle did not know me. And that woman tapped me on my shoulder and said, come over here, let me talk to you. And when she found out what I was dealing with, she said, pull that shit together. Don't you ever let them see you sweat. You go out there and do what you gotta do. That woman has no idea how much that impacted my life and my career. And I'm so grateful she got in my business that night. So for you sweet babies, my babies, for you sweet babies, they're saying all this shit about mind your business, you are my business. You are my business and my baby. And because some of us don't know what love really looks like, you call it bashing, you call it getting in your business, you call it somebody ridiculing you. You can call it all you want to call it. I know what it is. It's called love. And I'm going to keep on loving us. And like George Wallace say, ain't a thing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about me loving you. And I'm going to keep on doing it. So if I do see you in the Walmart, and I do see you out in the street, and you are not giving you your best, let me be clear. You're not giving you your best. And then you're going to say, hey, baby, let's talk. Because she may be going through something. She may be dealing with something. All of that is real. But let's make it our business. If we do see a sister that might look like she's going through something, let's make it our business to say, hey, sis, you need to have a conversation. Hey, sis.
It's the 13th, I think. 2 weeks.
Called love. And I'm going to keep on loving us. And like George Wallace say, ain't a thing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about me loving you. And I'm going to keep on doing it. So if I do see you in the Walmart, and I do see you out in the street, and you are not giving you your best, let me be clear. You're not giving you your best. I think you're going to say, hey, baby, let's talk. Because she may be going through something. She may be dealing with something. All of that is real. But let's make it our business. If we do see a sister that might look like she's going through something, let's make it our business to say, hey, sis, you need to have a conversation. Hey, sis, want to go get a cup of coffee? We've gotten so used to not getting in other people's business that look at what is happening. And y'all know what I'm talking about when I say minding people's business. You know what I'm talking about. Don't mind nobody's business and you telling me about their red bottoms. I don't give a damn about no shoes. I don't give a damn about no pocketbook. I don't give a damn about a can't pay a mortgage. I don't give a damn about who's sleeping with who. Listen. I give a damn about our self-preservation. I give a damn about how we see ourselves. I give a damn about I won't do it. I won't do it. Just so we clear. And it took me a minute to make that post, y'all. It took me a minute because I knew that this would come. But that little voice said to me, listen, let it come. Just like when I did have to stand up against Netflix, when I did have to stand up against Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels and Lionsgate, do you know I knew what it was going to be? I knew what it was going to be. So therefore, I had to deal with that. But because I love us so much, I'm willing to deal with that if it's going to make it better for the next ones. And whomever is in this room, I don't know if you're being funny, smart, I don't know what it is, but it says Gail King Live. I don't know what that is. And it says, well, I apologize to Oprah Winfrey. I only apologize when I've done something wrong. I only apologize when I've done something wrong. If I've done nothing wrong, I will not apologize. So I hope that answers your question. Oprah Winfrey owes me an apology because she's done something wrong. So if you really want to have a conversation, whomever this person is, you know how to reach us. So stop playing like that. And that's another big part of our problem. When women throw other women away and don't stand and don't speak, I'm not that woman. So that we're clear, I'm not her. When I see it going wrong with my sisters, I'm obligated because the universe would deal with me and I would be punished for that. So I'm going to keep doing my part. I'm going to keep doing my part, my baby.
A lot of you being vocal and critical, like, hey, this is their hair, this is their image, this is their reputation. Even Tammy Roman had a lot to say about it. So we can't put judgment on that because someone want to wear their hair how the way they want to put their hair. All we can do is, long as they ain't killing nobody like Tammy Roman said or doing something that they ain't got no apparent business. That's the thing. So we can't go from that. But that's Monique's pet peeve, that she doesn't like people wearing hair bonnets. And she's saying that she'll call them out and tap on the shoulder. But it's your business. Leave a comment and tell us what you think out there on Viral, on what you think about Monique's recent controversial remarks about hair bonnets amongst Black women. Leave, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, Viral, the Summer All-Stars, Summer Understars. So we're going to keep this conversation going. Drop in the comments below and leave us your thoughts. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you next time for another edition of Viral.